maybe he'll find that problematic as well. So who knows? But here we go, Toxic and Av3k. It is the show match, which is replacing the grand final here for the Road to DreamHack, live on FACEIT TV. I'm DK, and joining with me is Demon, of course. And here we go. Demon, do you want to start things off?
Wait, I wasn't ready.
I think anyone's ready for that rocket.
Okay, so right now Av3k is trapped, but yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Like, what Toxic wants here is to have the weapon advantage. I think now Toxic will try to keep Av3k from getting a shot, essentially. Oh, that's what he should do, I think.
I don't think he's gonna bully
yeah, he's bullying him. Yeah.
But can't do much in the open areas, but he can get the mega. Exactly what he just did on Lost World. And now looking at this situation, we've got quite a nice stack for Av3k, but again, still missing the lightning gun, lacking the rockets, and the rocket box is gone. So no rockets for Av3k, and he's going to be looking for that LG. He wants it so bad, but he knows that Toxic knows that he wants it bad. So it's like one of these things where there is Toxic, and he knows that this has to be what Toxic is doing. It's like kind of one of these kind of horrible situations, but eventually Toxic needs to leave because he's got to go back and get items. You can see that Mega Health is up on the spot, so he went back to get that, although it's still actually up. There we go, it's finally taken, and that gave Av3k free reign of the map. And look at Av3k's stack. I wonder if Toxic realizes quite how stacked he is.
I think he does. I think he knows. He's very silent, yeah.
There it is. So, throwing up some grenades. Av3k almost catching with a nice rocket. And Toxic coming in for some more. It's dangerous stuff though, Toxic. Playing with fire he is. And actually he's going to get away with it. And he's doing a lot of damage. He might even kill Av3k. Oh my god, he's so close to death. So much damage there. You can see Av3k, the little heart emote there. Showing that it's all fun and games here on Lost World. But that was a really, really stellar result for our Swede, who is basically, I guess, positioning himself for an actual kill very soon, because he's got Av3k relatively low. But if Av3k keeps picking up these, I mean, should it be possible for Av3k to keep getting this armor and stacking up, or should Toxic be more active here?
I don't know. Right now, both of them really don't want to die first, so they're still testing each other, I guess.
There it is, Toxic going to get the engagement with Av3k, just a slight one, and then back away. Av3k is now going to be in the safety, but not for long. Up the jump pad, Toxic goes, and Av3k has to dart away. Picks up the red now, and he's going to be going through the teleporter. And the thing is that there's not much armor or health spawning soon, so Toxic might have a window of opportunity here. There he is, spotted on the upper bridge, backing away now. There's plasma spam, and just biding his time again. He doesn't want to give the first frag away unless he's absolutely sure that it's an engagement that's going to go his way. He's absolutely sure that it's on his terms. Av3k bouncing around the top levels is low on rockets. Going to fix that immediately. There it is. There it is. Toxic. Av3k has to find him. There he is. Nice rocket from Toxic there as Av3k jumps up to that yellow and backs away. Toxic knows exactly where he is. But things are going to be quite difficult for Av3k here. Toxic once again backing away for items and lets Av3k out. So we're seeing, I think,
maybe he should have stayed there, Tox. Try to catch Av3k. Av3k has to go through this door anyway.
So Av3k's playing the slow game with Toxic here. And I feel like Toxic should be taking maybe some more, like not big risks, but like small risks here and there on predictions of Av3k.
Right now it doesn't feel like taking a risk. I can understand because Av3k is still stacked. Like the only advantage that Tox has is the mega health. So right now I think it just wants to. Oh, there he caught Av3k off guard. It was a pretty nice.
Great damage there from Av3k. Even strings in a little plasma bolt right at the end there, and looking for the rocket jump up to the yellow, or well, in fact, you just run around the long way, picks up the yellow finally, and drops for the red. And he notes that Toxic is below and has picked it up, so he has to reposition now. And there goes Toxic to the exit. Av3k is moving and grooving around over the yellow, trying to see if Toxic is so foolish as to get the jump pad, but he is not at least when Av3k is sitting there with lightning gun in his hand. Av3k,
5-minute warning.
we hit the halfway mark and still yet to have any kill. Neither player wants to fight, basically. Neither player has found a situation where they can dig in their feet and say, I'm gonna fight here. This is my fight, and this is how it's gonna be. Toxic, though, he realizes after hitting that damage that this could be the moment. He hits another rocket. Av3k is in a lot of trouble here, has to back away, finds the 50, but where's Toxic? Toxic could just go absolutely nuts here, but he is just chilling. He's playing it cautiously right now. Just
Toxic is actually now trying to move things a bit. Like it's the second time he tries to go at Av3k. He doesn't want this to go on forever. I think he wants the frag.
And looks like he's got a good opportunity for it, unless Av3k picks up this mega. So Toxic, is he below? No, it's a free mega for Av3k. Once again, Av3k's getting free items, and it feels like maybe Toxic isn't being diligent enough on those pickup timings. And Av3k, oh my god, he could even have waited maybe even a second longer there to line it up. But that opportunity wasted somewhat.
That's the thing, sometimes it's harder to hit people that don't see you than people that dodge you.
The dodging is truly unpredictable then. It's like it's quite interesting facet of it. And Av3k now is in a position to grab another mega, and he's just got such a crazy stack. It's like he doesn't even care to like find Toxic. And they both feel this way. They're both like, I don't want to find the other guy. If the other guy comes to me, he comes to me and I defend. And this is how Toxic likes to play. He likes to defend. And the thing about Toxic's style is that maybe Av3k's trying to abuse it a little bit, because basically he can defend for eternity, but he doesn't have a frag, so he's not defending anything. He's just defending his stack, more or less, not the lead, which is what you need to win. So that's what Toxic needs to get. Could be the weakness in his game. Maybe that's what Av3k's trying to exploit. And there you go, Toxic actually screaming, but the mega will save him. Unless Av3k can get himself over there. He really can. He can definitely do it, but he's going to scoop up the outside yellows first.
The mega has not been taken yet.
What? That's so strange. And Av3k made the risk to go for the yellows first, and it's paid off. He knows that he can go aggressive now. There's Toxic. He can rocket jump across if he wants. He can just do anything right now. He's got the stack for it, and he's got the cycle as well. He's got the item cycle in his head. He's got the pattern down of these armors. He's looking for the opportunity to go in. Here it is. He's going to dive in there. And Toxic has to be low. He steals away the next yellow. And there it is. Toxic so low, dancing on that pillar. And there goes Toxic, but not for long. Av3k takes the lead.
There we go.
With 2.5 minutes left. Av3k takes the first frag, and could very well have taken the first map, and if Toxic can break this, Toxic is desperate, running at him with plasma. That says nothing else but desperation. And off the spawn, Toxic's going to go down again. So it's really bad news for the Swede here, as he just conceded 3 frags in a row, 4 make that, and now it's just 2 minutes remaining. So Toxic looks like his chances on Lost World are soon to be over, if not already.
I think it is instead. Well, you keep going, and whatever. If somehow I get to it 2 rockets, maybe I can try to come back. But right now, like, he worked so hard for 8 minutes, and then he quickly got down to 3-0. So I think now Toxic doesn't really mind.
Yeah, certainly. So Av3k catches him with a rocket. Nice work there from Av3k, and there's some more damage coming in, and he catches him with another frag. So Av3k most certainly has won this now. He's got it in the bag with 7 frags. It speaks for itself really, and Av3k will be a map ahead in this best of 5 show match. Of course, if you just joined us, we couldn't play the grand finals because of ping problems from Cypher, and he was to play Av3k. So we got Av3k and we got Toxic, and we made a show match for you guys, so you can have some best of 5 action between 2 stellar players. And looks like in this show match that Toxic is going to take the knee already after falling on Lost World. He's going to be coming from behind and looking to tie things up in the next map. There is Av3k with some nice plasma. Not nice enough to kill Toxic, but there we go. 33 health left. So is there anything Av3k, or rather Toxic, should take from this Lost World game? Or
yeah, I think Toxic play more risky and Yeah, I think he should just try to go for the frag early on. Like, right now he tried to go slow, I think. I will try to go fast. Next time.
Yeah, and Av3k is definitely looking good. That's 9-1. And that is Lost World for Av3k. Where can Toxic find his response? Because he's going to need to find one soon. If he doesn't, and if Av3k keeps doing these moves, and this is the thing as well, is that we've already kind of talked about Toxic's style, and he tends to be someone that kind of just sticks to his guns, plays a defensive game, isn't really a risk taker. Only when Faz pushed him really to the limit did he actually have to find those spots, because he realized nothing else would work against Faz, and still, you know, Faz was able to make it work. But Av3k, if he keeps playing Av3k in this way, I think Av3k's going to exploit it. He already seems to be doing it.
Yeah. Oh, we're starting.
Yeah. So here we go. Furious Heights map number 2. Toxic, very, very good here. In fact, let's see if he uses the infamous Tox spot, as Toxic has the start for the Mega and the LG. I like this very much.
He likes this too, I think.
Yeah, definitely. That LG on Toxic, pretty good. And it gives you a lot of options at red. You can go aggressive with it, or you can pressure from above. You can really do anything with this, with the LG at the start. And looks like he's just going to be sat here. A nice ambush spot, and there you go. Av3k will spot him at the last moment. Pulls out the LG, but can he win the fight? He absolutely cannot. Av3k goes down, and Toxic picks up a yellow as well as that red. So Toxic now is going to have an easy shot at this Mega, and Av3k, what is Av3k doing right now? He's got to be, he's basically going to become a ghost, I suppose.
Yeah. He's trying to maybe get some damage down. If not, he's trying to get the timing. And now he probably can take this red. Yeah. That was the whole plan. Was just to delay that so he could get the red.
And he's forced to a shotgun battle. And actually he did get Toxic quite low, so the investment of those 2 deaths, perhaps he'd like to round that off with actually more aggression. Here it comes with the plasma. It's desperate, but I kind of like it, because it feels like...
Yeah, but it was close range, and it can, like, in 2 blasts, it can kill him, so...
Yeah. It's nice as well. I mean, he did the work with the first 2 deaths, but he's still trying, though, and... It's if you find the right spots for the plasma gun.
Right now he has more stack. Yeah, he just doesn't have the guns. And he's probably running low in plasma bullets.
Oh no, he gets caught off guard there. The lethal lightning gun of Toxic, nothing to be messed around with, as Av3k is finding out firsthand. And here Toxic goes towards this Mega position, coming up momentarily. Av3k's trying to spam onto it, but not going to find much damage here. And there is a nice little rail, and not much more though so far. And Toxic's taking a lot of damage, risking a lot to make these shots. 8 health, 33 now after the 25, but Av3k is going to basically be able to take control here. If Av3k can read the stacks and make the right decisions, he's going to be in a really nice spot now. He should be able to get a couple frags back pretty soon if he gets aggressive. But he doesn't realize how low he is. If he just had hit 1 bolt of plasma, I think he would have
I think that's because he doesn't have the weapons. And he feels like he shouldn't waste his stack going into fights right now. I'm not sure he even has a lightning gun, so...
See if he can hit some rails here at the Mega. Connects 1, and he's looking for another one, but not going to find it. Toxic returns 1 as well. Toxic in a good position now. He wants to drop down onto the yellow, but Av3k's going to steal it away from him. Says, no, you can't take that. It is mine. And Toxic's going to have to just rely on this 1 yellow pickup he just got over at the Mega here. And that's going to be the armor he's going to get for the next 30 seconds, probably, because I doubt Av3k's going to let him in on the red armor. So let's see if Av3k does, though. And where is Av3k? He's got to make a defensive play here onto this red. Toxic just doing some blind spam, and he's probably going to back away onto the Mega, just trying to delay as much as possible. Or if Av3k decided to go for the Mega, there you go. Toxic took the safest routes here, and he's defending a lead. And Toxic is very dangerous if he gets control and is defending a lead. It's very hard to stop him when he gets that gear going. So Av3k has to find the way, though, and that's something he's been doing well on Lost World. But can he do it on Furious Heights? I can see Toxic just creeping around here, listening, trying to catch Av3k. He has no idea where he is, but he desperately wants to fight right now. He wants to fight. Look at the stack. He wants to fight. That's what it says. There it is. He hears the footsteps. He's going to get the drop. Av3k doesn't realize soon enough, and that's a lot of damage out from Toxic here. Switches to the rockets, but actually Av3k has hit so much damage. 3 health remaining. Toxic can count his lucky stars that he's still alive, but there you go. He will go down to his own hand, it seems, and he's going to spawn the Mega. So that's really nice for Toxic. That was a great place for him to die, actually, and it gave him the rocket and the LG. And Mega.
Yeah, Av3k just had to stand there and listen. He couldn't really contest for both items.
And there he goes. Toxic going to catch him at the top spot. Av3k trying to find his way around there. Good little bit of rocket damage coming in from Av3k. He may even want to push the issue here, but running into Toxic's LG is never a bright idea. And now with the pickup of the red, Toxic's going to get bold over here at the Mega. Let's see if he can take the fight to Av3k. He could just go straight through the teleporter. He's playing it pretty cautiously though, and just applying the damage where he can. And Av3k, I think he likes that result. I don't think he lost all of his Mega in that engagement. And there he is, picking up more armor.
And he has position on this way.
Toxic trying to work his way in, but he can't do so just yet. There's the
this is bad for Toxic.
And he goes down. So Av3k, he's got 2 frags back in the last minute or 2, and he's looking to get more very soon after this Mega is picked up. Oh, he's got to be careful here. Can't take too much damage. And Toxic, equally, he can't get too bold there. But yeah, I think he wanted to delay Av3k. But oh my god, Av3k got completely surprised. The Toxic was so low that he went down. And actually,
doesn't really matter.
Exactly. Sometimes it does, but this time, luckily for Av3k, it didn't matter. The stack is alright, but Toxic's a bit going for it, really. Good damage again from Toxic with the LG. Evil-esque kind of LG rush there. And Av3k's tied the game up. Taking him the one. Toxic going to do the other rush again. And oh, barely surviving there. Good play from Av3k to survive. And he just has to play this now. He can be, I guess, happy to settle on equal stacks, because that's where this is going to go now. Toxic is going to be able to get the Mega and get, which he did, and also get a yellow. And Av3k is just waiting now for Toxic. There's not much for him to really do now, but just wait and play defensively. He's got the lead now. And again, if Av3k wins this, he then moves on to match point in this best of 5 Showmatch. And Av3k desperately wants to do that. This is one of Toxic's strongest maps in Quake Live, and he's very, very good here. Very, very strong, formidable defensive player. Trying to survive, not take any damage where he can. And Toxic's actually missing these rails, which is really surprising. He's missed 3 rails in a row. How often can you say Toxic missed 3 rails in a row? Maybe that's never been said before.
Not very often.
So, Toxic.
No, but Av3k has just won the map back. I think Toxic was in a good position, and I don't know how, but maybe Toxic prefers to play with lower stacks, I don't know. But yeah. Oh,
ouch.
Nade, though.
That was painful, but it didn't really hurt him that much. Toxic shouldn't be fooled thinking that he's too much lower than he is. Av3k has got to be very careful here. That was a big risk sticking around there. I don't know why he didn't just go straight for the red. Every second you're exposed, Toxic can hit you with the rail, and then another rail, and then another rail, and you die. And then Toxic wins. And you don't want that. You don't want that if you're Av3k at least. Toxic, what do you think he needs to be doing here? He's got 2 minutes.
Like if he keeps hitting his shots, could help. But then he has to try to push his luck afterwards. Like he got Av3k as low as like 12 HP. I think he could have tried to make some sneak peek, you know, with rail. Try to get Av3k killed once and for all. But maybe he's just waiting. Right there, he just gave such a huge stack to Av3k again. He's gonna die for a little. You shouldn't let Av3k stack up so much after he's got him as low as 12 HP.
Yeah, 2 frags to go, and Av3k is looking like he's closer and closer to winning map number 2. Toxic dancing around in the distance, and my prediction of Toxic winning is suddenly looking very, very, very bad, because Av3k is really playing against him very well, and it does look like he's not hitting as many shots as you would expect him normally to hit. And there you go. Av3k is going to just be chilling over there, over in the Mega Room, just trying to lock Toxic away. He's got positioning with the escape options, gets through the door safely, and delaying tactics are working. He's going to get himself on the red to survive even more. And Toxic needs 2 frags. He needs them now. He's got to go very, very soon. He's only got 45 seconds left to get those frags in. And
you should try later there. Since you tried, I don't think so. Should have just, yeah. Now it's over. He was clearly outstacked by Av3k right there.
So Av3k 63, Toxic 3 in 20 seconds. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So Av3k gonna win map number 2 and push himself to match point in this show match. So that's really, really well played there by Av3k, and he was looking. I mean, let's look at it. Earlier on, we saw 4-0 for Toxic, 4-0, and then what happened?
Well, Av3k started to play it slow. Like, I think it was 4-0 with 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, so Av3k decided, okay, this is over. Now I'm gonna try to play my game. I'm gonna be silent, and it worked.
Yeah, it really did seem to work out for him. So I guess we're going to jump into the third map momentarily, and this is going to be match point for Av3k. He's blasting his way through this show match like it's nothing. Av3k, you know, I loved that when we did the interview with him, and of course if you're just joining us, we did have a pre-grand final interview to the grand final that didn't happen, but at least it was with Av3k, and he gave us his thoughts. I asked him about DreamHack, the last DreamHack that when he announced his retirement, and he said that, you know, the way that he views the game now is completely different, and he's back, he's having fun, he's got more stuff going on in his life, he's much more chill, and I think that's going to be a much more dangerous Av3k. So it's great to see that, really awesome to see. I can't wait to see what he can do at the event. So it's like everything is about DreamHack right now. It's
like the same Av3k, except that he got rid of his mental block.
Yep. Oh my god, do you see that? 94% people voting for Av3k and 6% Toxic. Ouch.
Yeah.
I hope Toxic doesn't see this. That'd be pretty spirit crushing. But we're getting live into the third map. It's Cure between Toxic and Av3k. And if you guys want to keep voting, by all means do with the R2DH hashtag. You keep voting for the guy you think will win. But here we go, Toxic and Av3k on Cure. So Demon, take me through the spawns. What are we looking at here?
Well, again, a split between one gets the red and one gets the mega with the shaft. Once again, I really prefer to have the shaft spawn because it gives you, like, normally you could play without the items there. Try to deny the weapon, and there are so many areas here where you can make so much damage with this weapon. So, but yeah, I think Tux played it pretty well.
I guess as well. Actually, one other thing as well I just thought about was with the first LG, you can have the strongest challenge at the next big item, which is the red. Because I guess the LG, you kind of need it to, if you can't really fight against someone who has it there and take the red. So I guess that's also another pro. So it does seem like it could be maybe the strongest spawn. Like you were saying before, it's like really your favorable spawn. And it seems like Toxic has got off to an immense start. Look at this stack. It is quite painful for Av3k to look at this. I'm glad he can't see it. He would definitely be a bit demotivated by it or intimidated. Toxic spamming from above. Av3k hitting the angles pretty well there, and Toxic just barely made
no damage to Av3k there.
So here he goes. He knows the mega's coming up. He's got every weapon.
Now if Av3k takes this mega, okay, Tux has lost the map control. But it's not too bad yet. But right now Av3k should be more stacked than he is. And that shouldn't happen. That happens so easily.
Yeah, what is Toxic going to do? Av3k going to take the fight to him, making an easy choice. But look at this beautiful damage there coming in from Av3k. Absolutely great fight from Av3k there. And really, it looked like Toxic was just sitting around like he had the stack and stuff. And he didn't really know. Oh, gets caught. That's so dirty that lightning gun from below. Av3k gets crushed there. 2 frags in succession by Toxic, but it did look like Toxic wasn't sure at all what to do, but then Av3k just was like, oh, let's fight, and he was like, okay, and they had a fight, and Av3k was able to take it down with some really nice play, and now Toxic goes in the lead, and Av3k going to catch him now with some nice LG, and here he goes, Toxic with his nice shiny 3-1 lead towards the red armor. Will Av3k let him have it though? He's only got rockets to work with. It seemed like a very foolish fight there from Av3k.
Yeah, but that's like on T7 just before. I think we can expect Av3k to stop doing that very soon, probably now. Like he tried his luck. I mean, it's only 2 frags, 3 frags, so it's okay. And then now he just decided, okay, stop. Let's play this game in another fashion.
Let's see how that fashion works out for Av3k. It does seem to have disappeared. At least Toxic is really unaware as to where he is. He's like, it's like he sees no sign that there's even another player on the server at the moment. And still, it seems like an empty, it's a ghost town. And there he hears some footsteps finally, but are they real? And Toxic is just still creeping around, trying to catch the person making those footstep sounds. Where is Av3k? Av3k is he's just silent, he's just completely disappeared. Yeah. He's nowhere to be seen. And there finally he is spotted by Toxic. Toxic 200. So Av3k is going for the style of Cure, it seems, where you just chill, oh my god!
Oh, that could have been really
special.
Devastating.
Wow. Oh my god, that's so cool. But Av3k going to catch him with some nice LG there. So a very, very good trap.
Oh my god.
Wow, he makes the fight happen. And despite the lead Toxic has, Av3k keeps giving me confidence that it doesn't matter. And like you said, you know, with like changing the fashion that he's playing, he's going to basically just take this. Because when you watch Toxic, I'm seeing a player who he's getting the items, but then he doesn't know how to use them to try to track down his opponent and get the right fights. Every time, every fight, it's on Av3k's terms. Great rails there. My god, what was that? 4 or 5 in a row?
4 in a row.
Toxic is just, this is Toxic. You just can't deal with that. But Av3k coming in with the shotgun there to fix that problem, which is Toxic being alive with a railgun. It's a pretty hefty problem. And he's going to go up the jump pad now to grab that yellow armor. And this will allow him to make a strong challenge on the next red or mega, as his choice goes. Really, it really depends. And right now he's got himself a Swede trapped at the railgun, but I think that's actually better for Toxic than you think, because. But there you go. You know, Av3k will take the kill. 5 minutes left. Gets another shot there onto Toxic. Got to be careful peeking your head out there. If you do it once or twice, you're going to lose a lot of health. Look at the damage coming in from Toxic. 2 points of health. Toxic's got to know that he's going to drop for that 50, and Av3k knows that he can't go for it. He's got to be careful. 2 health. If he manages to come back from this, it's going to be heartbreaking for Toxic. As Av3k he's got to look for that next spot where he just completely catches Toxic off guard with his trousers around his ankles, unaware to the possibilities of Av3k's aggression as he's creeping around again on these corners. Finds himself a yellow, and now we're getting the perspective of Av3k, because previous we saw Toxic and we saw no Av3k. We couldn't find him, and now we're getting to see how Av3k is being sort of avoidant, and he does get the opportunity to get a mega, but the cost is this fight. He's got to win this fight now. He's standing on the LG ammo at least, so he gives a lot to shoot, but in Toxic screaming, he runs out of ammunition. 12 health left. Unbelievable fight there. Toxic left so low, and Av3k, is he going to go aggressive, or is he just going to say, okay, you know, put his hands up and say, okay, you got a frag on me, fair and square? No, he's going to get some nice shotgun in there, and there are some rockets to defend. Toxic being very cautious. He wants to hit a rail, and Av3k's got the shotgun out, so Toxic's still screaming, why not the MG? And it does hit the rail, and that's going to be the red as well. That could be a play that Av3k really, you know, really hurts him in the long run. Toxic grabbing this next mega.
But again, I was surprised how Toxic easily gives the map control to Av3k. He just, all of a sudden, Av3k was again 180, 150 or something. I just don't know how it can happen all the time and so fast.
Maybe Toxic wants to do it. Maybe that's the way that Toxic forces fights. They're making you you think he can take a fight or something? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't like Av3k being silent and nowhere to be seen. He prefers to have an Av3k that is confident and is going at it. So
Yeah, I mean, there is merit to that, I guess. Like that I can see that being a strategy that works. Your aim and defense is so good, like Toxic's. I know that sometimes Evil like leaves items up so that someone can feel confident, a bit more confident to take a fight. And there you go. Hits another kill right there, and 2.5 minutes left, and he's looking good right now. He's holding steady, holding on to this lead. And Av3k is really running out of options now, and running out of time as well, because this is a map where you can run. You can run on this map. It's got some teleporters, it's got multiple levels, and the green armor area is great for playing against an aggressive player. And right now he's going to grab himself a nice pickup of that red armor and a frag as well. Gets the Mega 2. So things are looking really bad. Av3k's going to get caught again by... Oh my god, did you see how much damage he did with the plasma?
yeah.
Was that like 200 damage or something?
It was a lot.
In like no time. Like he must have hit like 10 bullets or something in a row. Av3k knows it. He's going aggressive. This could be the chance for Av3k to get back in the game. This is really the one thing he needed to do right here, and he did do it. So now he can get aggressive. He can have some hope in taking this series down. He's got 90 seconds left though, 20 health left on Toxic. He can make it happen. Av3k is speeding around the corner. Toxic trying to stop him with those prediction rockets. Oh, beautiful rail there. That was so clutch. It's not easy to hit a rail like that with everything, all the pressure bearing down on your shoulders. And there is the red spawning for Av3k. He's got all the weapons as well, and the red is up for him. So Toxic, oh, he's going to catch, what a beautiful rocket jump. Brilliant play there from Av3k, absolutely stellar work. And Av3k now is going for another rocket jump, but the plasma gun is going to stop him. And that's going to be probably it, but let's see if, oh yeah, it's very, very strong.
Like, great response with Toxic rocket. It took Av3k as low as 30 HP.
Yeah, and it's pretty hard for him now as there's just no time. There's no time. And that means that Toxic is going to win a map, and we're going to take it to a 2-1 situation. And still match point for Av3k. Still alive is Toxic though. And Toxic, I don't know, it does feel like a very uphill struggle for Toxic. Like, it feels like Av3k is definitely much more powerful, much stronger right now than Toxic. Toxic played very well this Cure game, but it feels like a matter of time until Av3k is going to just defeat him. So good game called by Av3k. As we move into the scoreboard here, you can see the final score 14-9 to Toxic there, as he does take the victory on Cure, but that is not it, of course. And I just want to remind you guys, if you just tuned in, it is the road to DreamHack, and you can vote for who you want to win with the hashtag R2DH. And so far, it's looking like Av3k is pretty strong, but Toxic did just win Cure. Still though, Av3k could make it a 3-1 if he wins the next map. So that match point is going to factor in here. And let's see what the next map is going to be. We'll see that momentarily. Do you have any thoughts on the map we just saw?
I'm actually surprised that Toxic won this. I mean, obviously it is very shaft heavy, so why not?
That's true.
But I really thought that Av3k would have this one easy. Like, yeah, I'm surprised because like Toxic is, you don't see him playing, and it was like Kilson. I was having this thought that you don't see them playing these maps like very much, but then you see them play officials, and they know every angle, every situation. Like it's been worked out already. It's just, I think they learn way faster than I do.
Yeah, it seems to be that way. And here you go, Blood Run. So this is an interesting map to have right now. We have Toxic with the railgun and Av3k.
Yeah, Toxic has the weapon advantage here, but
oh, he misses both shots. That's really
that was a gamble that worked.
Yeah, that's a huge gamble.
And especially the fact that Av3k's rocket at the beginning completely denied this Mega. And this move as well, that's just those two things won Av3k the map control right now.
Certainly, it's looking really, really strong here for our Polish player at the start of this map. And this could be, I mean, if he can keep this going, although, as I say that, there goes a red and a mega to Toxic. How did that just happen?
I don't know.
I mean, Av3k should have been there. I mean,
Yeah, you would be there usually.
is there maybe he made another massive risk and a prediction of where Toxic would be, and Toxic defending well here with the railgun and the LG, and I have no idea what happened with Av3k there at the start of this match.
Oh, he disappeared at this plasma yellow side of the map for some reason. I don't know.
I think what my only guess is that he felt like Toxic should think that he can't go for red or mega, so he's going to try to trap him at the yellow to get a frag, and that risk cost him completely because Toxic just sitting in red like, oh, there's a red up. And there is Av3k now, he's on the back foot. He's done a lot of damage to Toxic, but this is going to get bad really fast unless he manages to either slow things down or do something like that. Hit a fantastic rocket long distance.
I think Cooler would have dodged this.
And Toxic missing another rail, so Toxic's missing quite a lot at the moment. Uncharacteristic of the Swede, the Terminator. Let's see if he can remedy that soon. Some grenades going down to that mega as he picks up the shards. And Toxic throwing out more rails and missing more rails. Again, very interesting. There is the damage coming in from below. Av3k putting the pressure on with the lightning gun. Rockets going up, but not connecting. Hitting a nice bit of LG. Unable to really punish Toxic for getting that red armor. So now Toxic is going to feel confident to go for a fight, but it's hard to do so. You're going to settle with the items instead.
Okay, the good thing is Av3k knows the timings of both items now, so maybe he can work on that.
And there comes Av3k charging into the fight. He's got to be careful though. Toxic pulls out the LG, and this can only end one way. And Av3k just found out how it ends. Toxic drops down now for the shards, and this is looking really bad. Av3k, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do here? I mean, does he keep committing to aggression, or does he just go super slow?
I think he has a good chance at getting the map control back. He has the position on the mega, but Toxic doesn't want to let him for free. Alright. And now he's a bit early.
Yeah,
it's gonna work because Av3k doesn't really know that the timing, I guess.
Oh, and Toxic's going to catch him over at the shards here, and what an awkward fight. Such an awkward fight there, and he hits the clutch rail. Toxic will survive, keep his armor alive, and that's always a big worry, is that you waste the armor because your health's too low. But Toxic managed to circumvent this outcome, and now he's looking at a 4 to -1 lead, and already after 3.5 minutes. It's looking like it's all about Toxic. It's looking like Av3k can't find a way back in, and that the story of this map has been told already. And let's see if Av3k can change the story. Let's see. Oh, here comes Toxic jumps into the lightning gun there of Av3k. Absolutely crazy move there, but Toxic just too stacked, and it looked like that's one of those moves where you make them feel like they're confident. He said to Av3k, like, it's like, look, you can LG me here and hit like ridiculous damage, but you were gonna die.
Yeah. You could see that Av3k like hesitated or something. It was like he couldn't believe that Toxic was putting himself in a position where he was easily eatable. So you could see him like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then he started to go into the shaft fight.
He definitely changed his mind about what he was gonna do there. It's quite interesting, and it worked out for Toxic. Although Toxic isn't that strong now, so there is a window of opportunity for Av3k to take some items here, to take maybe a yellow or two, or a mega, or even a red. All it is going to depend on is how bold Toxic becomes and how confident Av3k is at defending these items. And look, actually Toxic really bold here, going to go for the aggression. You can see why it was a bold move, left with 31 points of health, picks up the 25s, and it's going to make his way onto this red, or trap the red. There is the trap. No LG to respond from Av3k. Brilliant choice by Toxic, you know, because he understood the weapons that Av3k holds, and the answer to that is not many at all, just one, I think it was, the rail. Yeah, Toxic playing pretty smart so far, but Av3k is not having an easy time of it. And there you go, Av3k above, gonna drop down into his demise. Surely, there you go. Toxic is finishing him off now. Just bounding around. That. Just hit past 5 minutes now, and 9 frags. It seems very, very over right now. I hate to call it like too much in advance, but it's 10 frag difference on Blood Run against Toxic. That sounds like a nightmare, really. A nightmare. But Av3k is trying to deal with a nightmare, and he goes down again. So, looks like Toxic's going to be able to tie this up 2-2, actually.
Yeah.
Is what things are looking like, unless Av3k can do something absolutely insane. Much like, maybe even get revenge, comeback revenge, if you will, like Toxic did to him so long ago. I think when Too Good was casting, it's like hitting the invisible Av3ks. See, Toxic trying to set the trap now, waiting at, and this, yeah, there you go, beautiful trap there from Toxic. Manages to connect the damage onto his opponent. Av3k is struggling right now, scrambling for options, but he has a good position. He's going to try to abuse it, but there is the gap in that defense, and Toxic finds it, abuses it, and gets the kill again, just mutilating Av3k on Blood Run. Things not going well at all for Av3k. He is having a very hard time of it.
Yeah, it feels like nothing worked for Av3k on this map. Like, he should still try to maybe get a frag or two, if he can, to remind himself like he can kill Toxic.
It really fell apart after he made that risk right at the start of the game. And after that, it was never the same. He never had any way to get...
I hope his head is still in the game, actually. Maybe it's not.
I was thinking about that, but like what he said in the interview, something like that. Like I was thinking even that he should have GG'd and forfeited the rest of the time already, but then I remember that interview. The interview basically makes it sound like he's some kind of like a cooler in a sense, like he retired from playing professionally, but he's come back with other stuff going on in his life just to have fun and enjoy competing, but it's not the be-all and end-all in his life. So that makes me think that he's kind of chill maybe, but we'll see. I guess, you know, even if you're a bit chilled, you can rage a bit, but I don't know. I don't think he's raging. Just sitting there all day. It's actually kind of a good thing to do, to be honest. And almost got the kill, almost before he got the mega. So 2 minutes left. It's only 2 minutes. I advise you viewers. You have 2 minutes. Oh no, wait. Okay, no, I thought it was Av3k killing that. No. So you have 2 minutes to run quickly to get like a drink or something if you need it, or go to the bathroom before the next map is going to start. So that's my advice to you viewers, as you're not going to miss a crazy comeback. And in fact, I hope people didn't just run off, because Av3k just forfeited the last 2 minutes. So there you go, 15 to -1. And I think we covered it pretty well. It was all about that moment right at the start of the game, and Av3k never really recovered from that risk that he took and that he got punished for. So we're going to move on to the next map, and that's going to be the last map, because both players have won 2 maps in this show match. And remember that you guys can actually take part in the discussion by tweeting using the hashtag R2DH. And you can see that there are a few more votes now for Toxic, now that he's started to win.
Yeah.
I see what you guys are doing over there. But it looks like they're going to ready up very, very soon here. And it's going to be Sinister. And did I see something about the phone?
Yeah, I think Av3k is on the phone right now.
Av3k's on the phone, has a phone call. So, I wonder, it's all being reset now. It's just all about one map. It's all about Sinister. So, from what we've seen of both of these guys on Sinister, what do you think?
I think I was impressed by Toxic's play against Faz on Sinister. I know Av3k is pretty good on Sinister as well, so this ought to be interesting. I really have no idea right now. Like, I think Av3k lost it a bit last map.
It's possible, yeah.
I hope he still wants to try. You know, maybe it's just like it feels like he let Toxic get on the map on ZTN for, I don't know, whatever reason.
Yeah, no, it's really, I think that's a very good point. Like, maybe the hunger. I mean, it's a show match, so it's not like, it doesn't feel as real as a tournament. And also, basically, if that kind of thing happens, like it did on Blood Run, it usually means that his focus, like his focus is kind of waning. Like if you get a bad situation or two, it like really is hard on your focus because you got to think harder. You got to like concentrate more. Like the worse situations you get into, the higher the stakes get. That's when your focus really gets challenged. And if Av3k is getting a bit tired or he's thinking about other things, it's going to be tough. But I think that Toxic plays some a really sick sinister against Faz.
Yep.
So Toxic, I think he's going to do this. Here we go. Let's find out. This is the last map in this best of 5 show match for the road to DreamHack. It's Toxic and it's Av3k on Sinister, and we're on Toxic to begin with as he does pick up that red armor. And here he goes through the teleporter, and he is expecting a friend.
The rail, yep. And Av3k knows it. Pretty good read from Av3k.
Av3k finally through the teleporter there, and this next red is coming up, and this is what it's all about. Can Toxic hold? He's not very strong. If Av3k places a perfect rocket here just before it spawns, Toxic is going to get thrown off. Oh, perfect. That's it, perfect. Not quite. Not able to deny that red pickup. What a close fight, and Toxic manages to make it work. So beautiful stuff there from the Swede as he manages to, against all odds, to be honest, pick up that red and take down Av3k. So in the first minute now, he's got the first frag, and he's looking at establishing a cycle of items. Is Av3k going to challenge it? Here below, that's not really the best of angles. Can't really do much from there. And now, Toxic, be scary.
Yeah.
As Rafa said, Kula said to him, Toxic is danger. Danger.
It's danger.
And he is danger right now. And
especially after this mega pickup.
Yeah, here we go. Looking for that red. Av3k looking for that damage. Not as bold as Faz was when Faz was doing moves like this. Faz was a bit more, you could see the confidence dripping from Faz with his aim. And there you go. In fact, I love that from Av3k, actually changing his angle very quickly. Very impressive move from Av3k. You can see it didn't really work out so much, but it was quite a strong idea. And there he is at Toxic, dropping for that mega. And this is the thing, he was in this position on Cure. He get control, and it seems like he's not 100% sure exactly how to find the frag. So let's see, though, if Av3k does give him some easy choices like that. A straight up rail fight.
The problem is this time, Toxic actually is on the board. So I don't think he's going to be looking really hard for Av3k. Av3k has to find him at some point. He's just going to cycle, make sure he gets the mega, the red, and maybe a yellow, always in the cycle. And there he might lose out on the red, if Av3k reads it. No.
And there you go, some good damage. Well, so a little bit of splash damage there on Av3k, very minimal. But he's able to keep Av3k away from him as he picks up this red, and he's very, look how much respect he's giving to Av3k. He's very cautious. Av3k can even change position entirely, and in the time that he's just waiting to pick up the red to put more pot shots into Toxic, as Toxic's gearing up for this mega. He doesn't need to take it really. He can bait this heavily if he wants to. Oh, he catches Av3k. What a beautiful spot there. How did he read that? Av3k hiding around that pillar. And Av3k is laughing. He's just, I think that's a belly laugh there from Av3k. Yeah. He just can't believe that Toxic read that. And Toxic now, that's a good way to find a frag, is to get reads like that. And he's going to charge into Av3k right here, but I don't think he's liking it. And you know, one thing that's really good about Faz is that his movement is so crisp, it's so strong, his movement, that he's able to actually do crazy aggressions because he can cut the corners really fast. Toxic finds Av3k again. Another frag from the surprise, the element of surprise. And the reason I brought up Faz's movement is because I think that Toxic, one of the things that makes his aggression harder is he doesn't have as crisp movement as Faz does, or someone like Faz. So definitely, here we go. Beautiful push there from Toxic as he hits another rail. Av3k is struggling to deal with this. What rail was that? Pixel of his foot, his heel connected there with that slug, and now Toxic's going to be cycling on the upper areas, catches Av3k off the jump pad, and that's going to be another frag. Av3k suddenly needs to slow these things down because right now he is in a lot of trouble.
If I would be Av3k, I would be very frustrated right now.
He can make it right.
He has been working hard, like, to find a breach, and then Toxic came in and he read him, I don't know, with some sixth sense behind the wall.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised here if Toxic starts racking up the frags now and Av3k loses his I mean, when you've been trying for so long to get back onto the game, and then you just die without making any damage, sometimes it's just heartbreaking and you lose focus and you don't try anymore.
It does seem to be the case, and Av3k is definitely the victim right now of serial fragging from Toxic, the serial fragger, and looks like another red goes to Toxic, so Toxic is making a nice little collection here of shiny things as he hits another rail onto Av3k, and Av3k is the force, the opposing force against Toxic's quest to collect all the shiny things, and so far Toxic's been quite successful, and there is another rail connect onto Av3k, and really it looks like Av3k's struggling to find a way to get to Toxic, and really it speaks volumes that half the frags that Toxic has had, or maybe a little bit less than that now, have actually been by surprising Av3k, by catching him by surprise. That's not normally the kind of frags that Toxic finds. Normally he finds frags in other means. It's usually someone like Baz who surprises his opponent, or Cypher who surprises his opponent, not Toxic, but that is what he's doing to Av3k right now, and Av3k is definitely going to be looking at a lot of troubles given that knowledge. So here he is back again in the lightning gun room with the red armor. It's spawned. Is he going to catch Av3k off again? You can hear Av3k just jumping in the distance there. You can hear him, his toes in the water. Toxic can't hear anything. Obviously he's left, but no. Beautiful direct rocket there from Av3k. Oh, but he can't quite finish there. He does get the shot as Toxic jumps across, and Toxic calls nice, because that was pretty sweet there from Av3k as he tries to turn the corners at breakneck pace, trying to catch the rail onto Toxic, but just can't quite manage it. And he needs some armor, and oh no, Toxic going to catch him with that lightning gun in the open space. There's not much he can respond with if he can't hit a rail, and he doesn't seem to be able to hit the rails, but Toxic can, and that's another frag there, 10-1 with 3 minutes left. It's looking like Toxic is unstoppable here for Av3k, and Av3k is going to go down again, and 11-1 now in this final map for this best of 5 show match for the road to DreamHack, brought to you by FACEIT. And remember guys, you can subscribe on Twitch now if you want to, and you can do that. And there is Toxic jumping up again, and he looks so good, does Toxic. It was, I think still the highlight for me was the first Toxic match. For any of you who want to go back to rewatch some action from this cup, that is my favourite game by far of today. It was really good. I really loved that one. And, Toxic now, he's just getting into his groove. He's much more comfortable now, you can see it. He's so much more comfortable. And Toxic is someone who, when he gets comfortable, when he's confident, he hits everything. The most crazy of shots, the most ridiculous of moves. Toxic makes it happen when he is confident. But the thing is, confidence has to be built up. It requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of good results and just patience, dedication to just get those games in, to get those situations in that repeatedly are telling you that you're doing well. And Toxic, so far in this Sinister match, he can do no wrong basically. Like everything he's doing works, and that is going to breed a lot of confidence. And Toxic still 17-1, so yeah. It's over. It is over.
There's still time, man.
There's still time. There's still time. Not for this Polish superstar. There isn't. Av3k though, it's great to see how well he's been doing. And he's always great on interviews as well, because Av3k will talk. Because you know, some players, you know, you get them on an interview and they you know, answer in maybe a basic kind of fashion, but Av3k, you know, he likes to really expand on his answers without being prompted, which is really nice. So Av3k is always a great guy to interview, and he's a really passionate person, I think. Yeah. He's got a lot of passion. He's a great Quaker, great competitor, and he's going to even get some frags on the board in the last moments of this Sinister match. And are you happy? Like, do you like Sinister? Is it a map that you think, like, after the weeks that it's been played now, do you have you arrived to a conclusion? Is this a good map? Yes, no?
I think it's for me that's the best map out of the new ones. I don't really like Delirium. Cure, I don't hate it, but I just can't win it. I don't know why against anyone. Sinister, actually, I get good games on it, and I like the flow. It's pretty balanced, and you can still make crazy things happen. A lot of angles. I like it.
So there you go, 22-2, the final map score of this best of 5 show match for the road to DreamHack, and it will be Toxic who is the winner of this show match. Of course, the grand final was Cypher and Av3k. Could not be played because of Cypher's problems. It was just resulting in an unplayable ping, and that's unfortunate. But I hope you guys enjoyed some of the games we had, some of the amazing games we had today for the road to DreamHack. I think we had a pretty good day of games, and tripping over my words there, and a lot of VODs to be consumed, I think, because a lot of that stuff needs to be rewatched and documented as we move closer and closer to DreamHack. So,
and one highlight as well is Strength's Rage Quit from esports.
Yeah. I saw in eReality someone was like, so this needs to send that demo to someone. Yeah. So we'll see if we can get so this is demo or something to see what happened there. And do you have any words, any shout outs, any things you want to say?
Yeah, maybe one shout out to DP, my clan, 2 heads, because he said he would pay me if I mentioned him. So yeah, and that's it, I guess. Like. Yeah, looking forward to DreamHack.
Yes, 2 weeks now, 2 weeks. All right, so thanks very much for coming here and commentating and bringing yourself to Milan. And guys, I guess that's pretty much it. Remember, you can support us by subscribing on Twitch now, and also by actually getting a subscribe on the site too, premium or unlimited, whatever. Just playing on the site is always really helpful, giving us all the feedback you can. And you can always reach out to us on Facebook as well, FACEIT community, or check out the YouTube channels, FACEIT.com and FACEIT VODs. And that's pretty much it from me and from Demon and from FACEIT today. And we'll see you guys next time. Make sure to tune in. We'll see you then. Good night.
Bye.